This gap has to be perfect. I'm sure we've got to go back a snatch. Of course you fucking would. I've done that yesterday thinking I was being proactive, but obviously not. But before we get into all that, let me show you how last week's job wrapped up. Right, Lee, I need your hand in here, mate. Are you pretty flush at the front? Right, let's get that fixed over there. Yep. How you getting on, Slick? Hold up. Fast forward, the wall's finished, and now it's just a case of getting this window in. A very special window at that. What do you think? Jump in the comments, let me know what you think of this lovely round window. From there, it was a straightforward install, and we got the window in without too much trouble. I think the results speak for themselves. That looks ace if you ask me. Definitely better than your standard window. Jump in the comments and let me know what you think. Anyway, back to today's job. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing a very unique kitchen. Yes, very unique. I'm going to run through why it's unique and why we have to get this completely critical today to set us up well for the rest of the week. So strap in, legends. It's go time. So these are our oak veneer units. These are going to have oak veneer doors on with lovely little finger hand details, finger pull details. We're going to have a solid oak wall here with an oak door that's going to be completely flush to this wall. We've got a special track system we've got to install to the ceiling that is mounted, and it's very special. This is from Spain. I believe there's no refunds, no instructions. So getting this right is going to be critical. And this is going to set out the line of the start of our kitchen. We have a fridge, freezer with overhead cupboards here that's going to house all of our spurs. We've got a nice oak larder here. We're going to have drawers in here like so. This can be completely open. Client didn't want to go for doors on this. And then we've got two little box units above with some louvered vent panel made out of oak for the AC unit. And then this section of the kitchen is going to be stainless steel. So we've got stainless steel cupboards, worktop and splashbacks. We've got an oven that goes in the centre, hob section like so. And then over here, where we've got this original brick pier that we've replicated, we're going to have a stainless steel island. So let's go through the install. First job, larder in, out the way. Construct this oak wall. So this is an oak panel that's going to be mounted on brackets on the other side, and that is going to form the line of the start of our kitchen. And let me tell you, it's 1400 wide, 2.8 high, and it weighs about 180 kg. Firstly, this unit's got to go in, and this has got no end panels. So this is measured completely precise, wall to wall. All right, Sean.
You need a hand to push it in, you good?
Oh, you end up messing it up again, wouldn't you? Beautiful. So we've got line that side, and we are going to sell it back in around 22mm to allow for doors at a later date. The top section does have doors, so that's going to sit over flush carcass, and the doors will sit back a couple of mil past this bead. So this is the oak panelled wall. It's 36mm thick. It's two bits of oak veneer glued together, and it's got an edge. One side's 45 for the 45-degree door to sit flush like so. Something like this. I did order it a snatch big, give me a little bit of play on tight. And she is absolutely perfect. And we're going to go top right up, and then we're going to just slowly slide the bottom up, yeah? We should have a 3mm gap, hopefully we can put that at the bottom. Got some weight to her, isn't it? Right, we're going to go right in, lads.
Top right in, yeah?
Yeah, we're going to go right in from here. See that line on the ceiling? We've got to push that top on that line. Right, John, you got that?
Yeah.
We go up to you. Like try and go into the wall. So we just need one person holding the top into place and the others lift, yeah? So who's got the top into place? Can you come to me? I'll save you sitting through the whole thing, as this part was a bit of a ball ache. It almost had me going around in circles, this one. But after a fair bit of faffing around, we finally got it in. It was one of those jobs, trust me. Now that was a headache. It looks just like a little unit, doesn't it? Like a little sheet of MDF, but it's not. This is 36mm. This has been squared off at 5mm and then mitered off 45 degrees. And this is a solid panel, open here both sides. And we've cut that inside the plasterboard. I'll get some metal, get some fixings into this within the plaster detail, and I can get some metal brackets up onto them noggins that we put in earlier, you see? And then that plasterboard is going to get completely covered with a little MDF trough that's going to match that panel. Everything's going to match that panel. We've got a corner piece here that obviously is going to match that panel. One side of this mitre is 12mm, this is 22mm. Like so, 12, 22. Jay's having a little sort out. Little tidy up, and then I think the next piece of the puzzle is going to be this corner piece of oak. We've got the fridge freezer unit. Fridge freezer. 750 this low run. So the biggest thing we have here is this gap has to be perfect for the stainless steel kitchen company to come in. I've got a specific measurement from finished plaster to my end panel of these fridge freezer units, which is around there. But their units are 750 off of the wall. It's lucky I ordered a big end panel for these fridge freezers, isn't it? So I'm going to have to build a little trough at the back of these units, a little ladder frame. I'm probably going to build a ladder frame up the vertical and one on the header to fix these units to, and then that'll give me something to tie my end panel to also. But if this doesn't fit for when they come, there is going to be a big boo-boo. I'll get the drawings out now and just to double check everything is correct. Even though I've checked with my laser, it's always nice to get your 6 foot stabiner on hand. Just double check. And it's beautiful. So I'm going to quickly fix that back from the other side. The top needs a few brackets on, and I can start putting my fridge freezer units in, ladder frames at the back, because the units are only 600 and I do need it 750 off of the wall. Beautiful. As you can see, we're a little bit off our mark. Got a laser beam through. There's going to be a 22mm back from that side once we have our corner piece on. We've got to bang this front over around 5mm. Jesus. Gee whizzers. That didn't really want to fucking move very far, did it? 2780. Went a bit bigger with that. Went a bit bigger, didn't I? 2, 6, 4, 6. Beautiful. Sometimes you just can't beat a handsaw. Ideally, should have a bead on this plasterboard, but it is what it is, Lloyd. Right, well, we're definitely going to get that back. So let's stick that on. Let's get stuck on.
We'll have like different dollars back every night, yeah? Yeah. We're really well now, aren't we? The two old boys. You are? The two old.
Right, pretty much fucking touching there. I do kind of feel like That's got to go back light. Yeah, gotta get back. I'm sure we have. I'm sure we've got to go back a snatch. Of course you fucking would, you bastard. Bumps it out of line. We've got to get this plasterboard cut back 3mm. Just running slightly off, which is a massive shame. So I've done that yesterday thinking I was being proactive, but obviously not. It's only a snatch, but it's enough to fuck it up. What's going to be easier is if I plane this edge down 3mm, just enough for this edge to touch the wall that's there. Keeping everything in line, that's key. Let's offer that up, see what we're saying. Oh, gorgeous. Beautiful, look at that, lines through perfectly. Well, I'll level this unit up. Let's go, bro. This one. I need to reach up underneath, wind them legs up.
Well, the back one's
yeah, the back only. Nice. So that's not a down snatch, I'm afraid, mate.
That's my props. This, yeah?
No, just the one on the left, the last one. Do you? Cool, thank you. Thank you, John. You my truth from my heart. They're fucking made to measure, boy. Look at that. Pull it. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Cheers, lads. So this AC louvre is completely not in line with my units. It's not in line with anything. And this little lip is where they should have their metal louvre, but around the property they've only done wooden ones, and don't know why. So this little bit of interference is for another attachment to go onto this, and they haven't even used that. So I'm going to unscrew that and take that off. I'll leave it to one side, and when they're back to commission, I'll tell them what I've done, just to make sure they're happy, and I'll show them this little clip. But yeah, this is going to go over place. I like a couple more slots in mine, but this was the inspiration photo that the client wanted to follow, and it had 3 slots, similar size, so that's what we've gone with. So yeah, I'll get that in there tomorrow like a shoe, chop that into these doors. Lovely. Beautiful. Right, so that is the main stint set up. We've got our line. This wall was a very heavy one to get in. We've got that in line and that's sorted. That has governed our corner post. It is in, and that is now forming the surround for our larder. This doesn't have doors, but the client wanted the option to have doors at a later date. I've marked through from the drawing where our metal boxes are going to be screwed into the back plate, back board of the unit, and then we can have a flush socket front plate, because I don't like plasterboard fixings, the little white boxes that go in there. I like the metal ones to know that they're all in there, screwed nice and solid, and you get the plate flat with the back. We've got the chest of drawers to go in here next. So the next job is to get these chest of drawers in. We've got 3 drawers to go in here. They're going to have a worktop on there once the stainless steel people come. Got our 2 doors above like so, on push catches. Once I've got these in, I'm then going to scribe my louvered panel that is going to be for the vents for the AC unit. This door is going to be my last mission. I've then got to do a ladder frame that is going to set these 600 fridge units, freezer, 750 from that back wall. So at the minute it's got around a 145 total, and I want a bit of ply on there as well to give me a little bit of room to manoeuvre. I like to have ply wherever I'm fixing anything, so I'm going to do a little ladder frame, then ply some sections of it, still leaving ventilation for the fridge and the freezer obviously. Once I've got these 2 in, then I'll be doing a 750 end panel floor to ceiling, back to front, flush with my doors. The doors have got a nice fancy finger detail, so stay tuned for them. Then we've got 2 top boxes that go on above like so, and then there's another little shelf to go in here that's just going to be adjustable for the client's going to have, I don't know, it's drawn that's a microwave, probably be like a smoothie maker and all sorts. You probably want a few sections. I'll talk to the client if they want that to adjust, but yeah. And that's where we've got up to on this one. And if you do want to see how it finishes up, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. And please, if you haven't already, press that like button. It really helps the channel out. So until next time, see it all wrapped up. And we've got plenty more going on also. So make sure you subscribe and make sure you have liked this video. I will see you on the next one. Ciao, Bella.